Chris, I want to thank you for sitting down with me. Everybody, I'm sitting here with Chris Paradiso from Paradiso Insurance in Stafford, Connecticut. And I've had the pleasure of knowing Chris for some time now. Great business owner, really great guy though. Always has a positive energy, positive attitude. Just one of those guys that's kind of like a magnet. You just want to hang around, and it's genuine though. That's one of the things I've always recognized. And so I knew that he would have a lot to share in mindset about business and about giving, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. And you know, one of the first things I want to start off with, I already actually mentioned, was the idea of always being in such a good mood. It's infectious. Where do you get your positive attitude from? And I gotta believe you're human. Stuff happens. So when things do get bad, when the stuff hits the fan, you know, talk to me about what you do. How do you handle it?
Well, first and foremost, the attitude comes from waking up in the morning. The first thing you do when we wake up, or when I wake up, is I really try to take the attitude and remembering what Zig Ziglar says. Clap your hands 2 times and say it's going to be a great day. And every day when I take my kids to school, the first thing I ask them once I belt them in the back of the seat is the first thing I ask them is, what kind of day are we going to have today? And they say, it's going to be a great day. And I said, that's not good enough, guys. And they yell, it's going to be a great day! Now that's the attitude I need. So first and foremost, I think the way you wake up, if you clap your hands twice and say it's going to be a great day, you've already won the battle. Because anything that you think exactly on what's going to happen for the day, no matter what you do at the end of the day, is exactly what you thought when you first woke up. So it's going to be a great day is in my tune every single day, and that's what's going to happen. And now, do we have down times? We do.
I gotta believe
one quick thing, and last night I was, just thinking about things, and, things go through your head, and I was away from my wife on Mother's Day a little bit, felt kind of guilty, so what do? You watch, and you get inspired by things, and I would just send some videos to yourself and to Kate.
I look forward to it.
I promise you it will change your life. It's the last speech that Jimmy Valvano ever gave. It's the Jimmy V Foundation, and if you want to Google it on YouTube, just Google Jimmy V, and it's the 1993 ESPYs. And his last speech is the greatest speech you will ever hear. It's the last thing. If you ever have a bad day, it's the first thing you should do is listen to that. It's amazing.
All right. So when things are tough, you remind yourself of what Zig Ziglar said, and you look at motivational things that turn your attitude around and get you started again.
Absolutely. One little quick tidbit that brings a smile on my face is when you listen to that video of Jimmy V. Jimmy V was given 30 seconds. So while he's speaking, a gentleman behind the camera says, 30 seconds. He laughs and he says, 30 seconds. I have tumors spread out my body. You think I give 2 hoots about 30 seconds? I have minutes, I may have days. But 30 seconds, I promise you, I'm going to speak more than that. And it's volume. When you hear him speak, it runs through your bones. It really does.
Well, I look forward. Well, now we're just gonna have to post a link, obviously, on the page. Now that you talked it up. So
amazing.
Amazing. I look forward to it. Well, one of the things that kind of speaks to that too is like you made a huge change in your business not too long ago. Things were moving along. You could have let things stay exactly as they were, and yet there was something that you just woke up one day, decided to make a decision. How did you come to that decision? My understanding is you pretty much cut everybody and started over.
Internally, inside my office, I did.
So how'd you get there, and what was that like going through that?
It's a mindset. First and foremost, I think most business owners make poor choices and poor decisions, but until you actually look yourself in the mirror and realize you've made a mistake, that's where it starts. And it took me about 30 to 60 days of talking with some very close friends who literally looked at me and said, promise me you won't do it. Promise me you won't do it. And I said, I promise I won't fire anybody. So what I did is I asked people to resign, so I wouldn't go against my promise. But really, the whole goal and the whole people would probably sit home and say, oh, he's a real jerk. I would never want to work for him. But it comes down to me looking myself in the mirror and saying, I allowed these people to be good, but I never helped them be great. And there's a difference. Here at Paradiso Insurance, in my life, I don't want to be good. I want to be the best.
Say that again. You allowed them to be good.
I allowed them to be good, but I didn't help them be great. I helped them give bad habits. That's my own fault. So until you look yourself in the mirror and realize, the buck stops here, Chris, and the hardest thing I had to do is literally, one at a time, everybody's gone. And literally, I'm sitting there with no licensed people, and it's me and the bookkeeper.
Right, right.
Figuring out, how am I going to do this?
Start over.
But I had the mindset exactly what I wanted. And I went out and we found what we wanted and we didn't settle. So now I firmly feel we have the best here.
Right.
The best. Anybody that ever calls here, if you don't have a great experience, I need to know about it.
Sure.
And most times people have a great experience.
No, I believe
because
I believe
I've changed my mindset. I realized I made errors and we're fixing the problem.
Okay. And how many people do you have on board right now?
There's 15 of us now.
Okay. So there's 15 people. At one point in time, Chris was dissatisfied with how the office was going. He politely, in the best way he could, asked people to resign, let them go, started from scratch, and now he's back to 15 employees, and I say the business is running better than ever. Would you agree?
Ever. We weren't bad before. We were still setting
absolutely.
and we were profitable, we were making money. But like I said to you, you can be good. And people are average and people want to settle. That's okay. It's just not in me.
Yeah.
I want to be the best. I don't care what it is. If I join something, I want to do the absolute best. I want to be the best at what I do.
Okay. So for all of you who are scared to make a change like that, because I got to believe he's not the only person who was in a culture or an environment that wasn't conducive to being the best, and he took a shot and it's been working out. So I encourage you folks to do the same thing. That's one of the reasons why I just have so much respect and appreciation for what you do.
I appreciate that.
Now, also, you've got something that's near and dear to your heart. One of the things I really like about you is that you do give back. You have something that I feel is bigger than you. You have a mission and a vision that's beyond you, in not only turning around the whole industry, but also in giving back to the Connecticut Children's Hospital. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, what happened was I had a bout with one of my twins. My daughter became very ill.
Okay.
And to cut the story really short and to give you the skinny of things, is my daughter got very ill from penicillin. So her body is toxic to penicillin, and it's called serum sickness. Most people don't know about it because less than 1 in 28 million children actually get serum sickness. So what ended up happening is my daughter ended up into the Connecticut Children's Medical Center, and there for several days. Well, I walked through that hospital and I saw how many kids are sitting in their bed from 2 years old to 17 years old, and they didn't have parents. They had parents. Parents weren't there. Parents were working, parents were absent, parents were sick, parents were whatever.
Sure.
But the majority of people didn't have parents. Being self-employed, my family is the most important thing to me. I left.
You were able to be there.
I parked my business,
Sure.
and I said it's all about my daughter. And when I left there, it bothered me so much. I told my wife that today is the start. I'm going to make a change in this hospital. We're going to do something.
Right.
So we give back really simply. We love to do reverse trick-or-treat on Halloween because who wants to be in a hospital bed when kids want to be out trick-or-treating?
Right.
So we actually do reverse trick-or-treat, which is an amazing, and it brings smiles to all the kids.
Sure.
We do Miles for Smiles at Christmas. That's about bringing presents into the hospital and giving smiles to kids when they're down and out during Christmas. Where do you want to be? You want to be at home?
Right.
Santa's coming.
Right,
So,
exactly.
we really, that's the way we give back, and we want to make sure kids are smiling, you know, and kids are great. I mean,
absolutely. Well, how does that affect you as a person? But then, do you feel that also affects you as a business owner as well?
Absolutely, because my motto here is really simple. It's to give to keep.
Yeah.
We give to keep. What do I mean by that? The more we give to people, first and foremost, it's a selfishly. If you love to give, I would always love to give a present rather than get one. It's just who I am.
Yeah.
When you give something to somebody, whether it's a business, we give social media classes. Because I've spent a lot of money and I feel I have the best social media engineer in the country. Why shouldn't I help other businesses understand how to market their business from our staff? What is it costing me?
Right.
It feels great to gather those people and help them, those businesses succeed.
Yeah, and build a relationship that
helps you in life.
Yeah.
I mean, give to keep is a huge motto here, and it's a quote that some people have to really look at what the words mean. To give to keep. We give to keep relationships with people for the rest of our lives.
Right.
Who alter our life every day.
Excellent.
So
excellent.
It's pretty amazing.
Well, it shows, and you guys are doing great work. So, to learn more about Chris Paradiso, I can't thank you enough for taking
really
the time. Honestly, this guy, to grab him for 10 minutes and to do this video, it's like herding cats. To try and get 20 cats to walk in a straight line, that's like trying to get this guy to sit down. So I'm very appreciative. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much to Kate, who is helping us video. And to learn more, you'll see some links down here below to find out more about Paradiso Insurance. And I'm sure you learned a lot. I know I did.
Thanks.